Hey all, Hipper here. So today we are checking out the Amalfi, and I've put the new SAP upgrade on the ship, and wow, does it make a difference. It really makes the ship even better. It's not a perfect ship, so in this battle here I'll show you the good sides and what I consider the bad sides about this ship. So this is not a high damage Kraken game, it's to show you the ship basically. So obviously I am running an agile build here as well. So I am running Soundwave on my Amalfi for a super agile build here. Probably one of the most agile ones you can do. Takao and Baltimore as inspirations. And the usual stuff over here, Ingenious and yada yada, to get the most speed and the most rudder we can possibly get. Aiming systems mod 2, I might switch this to mod 2 actually, mod 1 I mean. Double steering, and in the last slot we have the improved reload. And then the SAP module is actually down here at the end, or wherever you put the artillery, and you pick it in here. So it's different from the premium ships, I realize that, but that's the way it is. So rolling smoke, obviously, and look at this, 96 maneuverability. That's insane. I think only Gorizia can do better. 2.1 rudder, 42 knots standard, no speed boost here. That's also quite nuts. And a decent turning radius. So what Amalfi is really good at is getting into those really nasty positions where you can do a lot of damage and really be a real thorn in the side of the enemy team. And Epicenter is pretty much perfect map for the ship. I really enjoy when I get Epicenter in Amalfi because I can use that rolling smoke, which is the first ace up Amalfi's sleeve, to get into positions where you simply can't get with other cruisers because you don't have that ability to, use the rolling smoke. So in a minute, I'm going to crush this piece of open water here because I want to get straight into the middle. I want to support all the destroyers in there. All 4 are in there. And I have to do that by crossing this open water here broadside. So I'm going to use my smoke to do it. And if we're lucky, we might actually, get in a shot at an enemy or something like that. And what do you know? A Wichita pops up. I don't have AP loaded, unfortunately. I have SAP loaded, but I still get pretty good damage. And this is the second sleeve up Amalfi's, the second ace up Amalfi's sleeve, I mean here. That is when you pop out of your smoke and you catch destroyers with their pants down. And with SAP shells, this is extremely dangerous for destroyers. Had he been a little bit more broadside, I probably would have one-shot him. But I do have a little bit trouble one-shotting destroyers here. But there's now third ace up Amalfi's sleeve. Even this guy angled here, AP wouldn't really hurt him, but with SAP, that's a certain death to do that in destroyer. And I wish Minotaur could pull this off, because a destroyer doing that when you're in Minotaur, your shells would just bounce unless you can hit that tiny superstructure, and it takes a long time to whack a destroyer when it's bow on like that. But in Amalfi with SAP shells, it's no problem at all. You're just going to absolutely destroy them. So destroyers really have to be careful around this ship here. So I'd say that's a pretty good start to the battle here, but now we are getting to one of the downsides of Amalfi, and that is the fact that it doesn't have radar. See, I'm radared right now by the Wichita. He's hoping to get in a cheap shot, but I'm in here and I'm just making sure that no destroyers or cruisers for that matter get in here and whack my DDs, because pretty much all the DDs are in here. And they have cruiser cover, so they should be happy. As long as they stay just a little bit behind me like they're doing now, everything should be fine. So if someone comes in, I'll spot them and we can gang up on them. But the thing is, Amalfi cannot spot destroyers on its own. It doesn't have sonar and it doesn't have radar. And I can live without the radar, but the sonar, that's a big problem. It really is. Sonar is for me the whole reason to play cruisers, like sniff out destroyers, take out destroyers who think they have, the deal sealed, just like that lightning earlier. That's less. There's some torps there from someone trying to get me to move, and it just makes the whole experience of this ship a little bit less exciting, unfortunately. And if you want that experience of a real destroyer hunter, or at least like a better destroyer hunter, then Gorizia is your best bet in the Italian fleet. But the reload on that ship is really slow. It's not like the reload on Amalfi is particularly good. I think it's 14 point something seconds here, I believe. And just keep in mind, I don't have a reload build on the ship at all. I have a full agile build. And I mean, 14 seconds, I can live with that. That's about the same as a Targo. So it's not too bad. And you do have torpedoes as well, something that Gorizia does not have. So you're kind of, giving up your sonar for these long-range torpedoes, and I don't know if that's a good thing. Just getting some SAP at the battleship here, and not the best damage there. But I still don't know if I would switch torpedoes for, sonar. It's all situational. So finally we got some destroyers spotted here, because again, I can't spot them myself. So we're going to take a few SAP shots here, and I just don't get very good hits on them, unfortunately. This Lo Yang here, he's too smart to go broadside, and I only got like a little bit of damage off him there. Another thing that's a problem with Amalfi is the fact that because you're lacking sonar, and here I'm going to miss this black here. That's annoying. I thought he was going to stay broadside there, but he's actually turning out, which is yeah, an annoying instance. But anyway, because you don't have sonar, you also cannot spot torpedoes, at least not early. And like when I'm in a position like this, that's quite a problem actually. Because for example, if you're in a ship like Hipper, if you're in a spot like this, you pop your sonar on, I can pretty much cover the whole inner circle of the epicenter for nearly 2 minutes, and by then making sure that no one is actually going to enter that circle, and the circle of trust, let's call it that. No, and this Marlboro here, he is like the luckiest Marlboro. I've fired torps at him twice, and these ones I'm pretty confident I should get one hit out of these, but yeah, for some reason they don't hit. But we'll just try if we can't get in a little cheeky shot here as well. But I'm not giving up this position here, because I'm just waiting for these destroyers to push in here and challenge my destroyers, and then my SAP shells are going to make very, very quick business of them. But this Wichita here also needs to disappear, and it's a little bit of a mess at the moment. We are ahead by a ship, but it's not fantastic. And at this point here, I'm starting to doubt my team a little bit, because yeah, the destroyers have been in here, but like without them actually spotting some other destroyers, there isn't much I can do here. And there's still a Marlboro in the game, and 3 destroyers left, and without sonar I'm not really that keen on moving out. You can see the torps coming here again, because they certainly haven't forgotten that I'm in here, and this is where I missed the black, and that's just bad shooting, really, unfortunately. So if I had the chance, if I had actually aimed correctly there, I might have been able to take off probably half his health, but it didn't happen. So I'm guessing another round of torps are incoming, so that's why I'm just pulling my nose in again. So we're getting the Wichita quite far away from the action here, which is good. That means he cannot radar my destroyers. I still have 2 of them in here in the cap, and there's 1 out on the flank. But I really need someone else to, work the flanks, because I am working the middle. So in a minute, this is where this battle starts to go downhill, because the Wichita is going to be pushing in a little bit, and which is not a problem, because that's what I've been waiting for. I've just been waiting for these black torps here, which I knew were coming, but I just want to make sure I wasn't going to actually, pop out and get absolutely torped. Because like I said, I can't see the incoming torps, and I have no destroyers in front of me to spot. They're still behind me, which they probably shouldn't be at this time, because all they have to do is go out there, spot the destroyers, and I'll take them out. It's very, very simple. But like this, I can't see anything. And there he is, and this is where he should have been dead, but he's a smart player. He stops, and none of the SAP shells hit. And this is probably the turning point of the battle here, because I missed that black, unfortunately, and now he's turning out, so we're not going to get very much damage out of this. But as you can see, the Wichita is starting to ponder. Maybe I should turn back in, because he's so far away. He's pretty much useless out there. And I'm thinking, okay, we'll see if we can't win this on points then. Because no one's really, making any effort to kill these ships here. No one's spotting, except for the guy that's moving out now. But he should have done that earlier. It's too late now. And yeah, that's just too bad. I can't protect you when you run out against 2 destroyers at the same time. So the black is almost dead, and he does get him, which is awesome. So 1 DD for 1 DD, that's okay, because although the blues have 2 DDs left, and now is the time the Wichita is moving in, and if you can see the black on my team, he's running away, and he's asking for intelligence data and smoke screen. I don't know what he's doing, but it's okay. All you have to do is stick around outside the Wichita's, radar range. Don't run away. Like we have this battle right now. If I had this black in here now spotting for me, it would be easy. It would be very, very easy. All that's a problem is that battleship that's still left. But again, if I had the black, it would be a little bit easier. Because now I'm the only target left that's, spotted. And there he is. Intelligence data. I was like, what are you talking about? It's like, clearly that guy is a beginner, because that is just extremely poor play right there. So I have to use my last smoke here, because I'm getting shot at from unspotted guys. And I know the Wichita is coming around this corner here at some point, and incoming torps, so we have to move, unfortunately. It was a pretty good spot there. But without that black backing me up, this is just gonna end in disaster. So I'm moving out, hoping to catch the destroyer out here somewhere, and in the process, catch a glimpse of the Wichita, and there he is, and he's broadside. And unfortunately, he sees me, and although I have very fast rudder, I can't turn that fast, because I'm not really up to speed. But like I said, the SAP shells, they really do make a difference. I mean, in other situations, I would have to use HE here, and SAP is definitely the better choice. So I just maneuver a little bit so we can get all 3 turrets on the target, and that's the Wichita. So now the black should have come in. He should be rushing in now. He shouldn't have left in the first place, but he should be rushing in now to assist me, to spot these last 2 destroyers, and also, spot the battleship. That would be helpful, because I have no idea where that battleship is. And I know where the Loyang is, roughly, and now we're going to play a little bit of game here of, dancing around the Christmas Island, while I get shot at from another destroyer. And my destroyer, again, he's all the way outside the epicenter. And I mean, in the beginning of the battle, he seemed to play quite alright. He was in the middle of the epicenter, and he was doing what he was supposed to do. But I don't know, he's just lost the plot here, I think. And we're not going to win on points. And I think that's perhaps what he's doing. He's left the epicenter thinking that we are ahead on points, but no, we are not. Like, someone needs to stay in here and hold the point lead, and I can only do that for so long against 2 destroyers and a battleship. So I get sick of chasing that Loyang. I think I'm never going to catch him, and if I kept going there, I would go broadside to the battleship, which I'm assuming is lurking around this island here, because again, I have to assume, because the destroyer isn't spotting. But now he finally came through, but it's pretty much too late now. The battleship is in a nasty position, and destroyers have set up their torp runs, and it's no secret where I am, and I don't have any smokes left. So I'm just gonna go for a torp run on this Marlboro here, thinking that maybe I'll be able to take him out, and then perhaps, if I'm lucky, I'll be able to SAP kill one of those destroyers. There we have incoming torps, like I said, but the fast rudder saves us from that. And the summoner is probably a little bit displeased with that. So I really should have killed this guy here. I'd get bad ING on that one, and then I don't really get a good hit on the second salvo there. So I'm thinking, okay, well, we'll go for the ram here if we can make it. The last, sliver of health, because I don't have any torps left, and I'm just, a sitting duck for these guys out here. So yeah, that was pretty much it. I mean, Amalfi, it's a great ship for getting into tight spots and setting up like nasty positions for the enemy to deal with. But if you don't have anyone spotting and helping you out, like this guy here, then the ship lacks a bit of potential, I think, because of that missing sonar. I mean, had I had the sonar in that situation in there, I would have known where the battleship was, and I would have known the incoming torps, and I would have known probably where that destroyer was that challenged me in the end, and I could have set up my approach a little bit better. But I had to hold the epicenter. Had I left, we would lose on points because it didn't look like that destroyer is going to do anything. He's leaving again now and giving the whole epicenter to the enemies. And it was close. It was close. I did my best, but I'm not going to say Amalfi let me down, but the lack of a sonar, I still think is a huge problem with the ship here. So for me, yeah, I'm pretty happy with my performance. Nearly 2000 XP, and I believe I am, yeah, well, third or fourth best in the whole game, so I'm happy. It's a loss, but that's the way it is. So I hope you enjoyed it. See you out there.